Thank everybody for joining in. I thank you guys for being part of the Law Nation Network. And today, just like any other day, you want to get things going in the right direction. You want to talk about the possibilities, right? You want to talk about opportunities and chances to better your team and get things going in the right direction. There's so many things out there as far as it relates to like football in general, as it relates to like life after Romo and stuff like that. So we still got to stay focused. This the off season. We all know that the draft is around the corner. We got so many players out there that's possible. But first and foremost, we need to shore up our defense. And the best way to do it is through free agency. As we all know, that free agency can either make or break your team. And I'm just saying this, that's just the truth. Truth of the matter is that free agency can do those things. So, but still, we still got safeties to look at in the draft, of course. And we went over this list several times. Jamal Adams being top, Jabril out there, and Buda Baker. These guys can play safety. These guys can play cornerback. These guys can be flexed to the outside. Now, as far as relating to like what we can look at as far as defense, draft, defense, draft, defense, draft, we can look at those things back and forth, and we can look at special teams, special exceptions. Like I said, Adoree Jackson is one of my fan favorites too as well. Curtis Samuel, Desmond King. These guys are top of the line, top of their particular settings, and then Adam as well. So, and don't forget about Hooker, you know. So there's a 90% chance, like I lamented earlier, a 90% chance that we can get those type of guys on this particular team. We can actually figure out a way to get these guys, you know. And it's just sure of us being in the right place in the right time with the right moments. Now, as we go back to what I was looking at earlier, it's the opportunity to grab veteran type of players, and that's free agency. And we're going to look at what it might take to get one of these type of guys, right? Like, let's say, for instance, Calais Campbell. He's age 30, of course, 9 years in the league. A lot of people will say, well, he's getting a little old there, you know. But why not go to a contender? Why not put yourself in a position where you can be able to advance yourself? Your can help improve a team, and this is what I think that Calais Campbell can do. Now, it looks at his salary. Just looking at everything, it looks like first year starting off 2, then 3, then 9, and then this guy's gonna ask about at least, especially by being a free agent, he might ask for like $8 million a year. How can we find ways to get that type of money on our plate? We're gonna have to do some moving, and I don't really want us to do no stretching of contracts, but that may be the scenario that we gonna have to do. Stretch some of these contracts out, you know. At the end of the day, that's just how the process goes. Average salary is his average salary is close to $11 million. Just a little too north of what we can, you know, muster out. And then let me look at Poe, because I've been working on film and on Dontari Poe. If we can figure out a way to grab somebody like that of that nature too as well to help out on our defense, that will be a plus too, because he's going to demand a double team, and we all know that's something that you really would love to have, is somebody who can just take up space. And if you don't have that guy, the ability to take up space in the middle, then you could be in the same proverbial spinning of the wheel of just not having a top tier defense. Can you imagine this guy paired up next to Malik Collins or sliding Terrell McClain to the outside? Inside, I'm talking about in the trenches within that particular line. those are things that that can just possibly happen. So this guy right here may come a little cheaper than Calais Campbell, but he's at the age of 26, so he's a lot younger. So he may be looking for that big contract. So those are things that we got to take in mind too. What will it take to reach into your pockets to grab this guy who's going to demand a double team, who's going to be able to get your team in that right light as it relates to football? Those are questions that we have to ask ourselves. Do you want to spend at least $8 to $9 million, or do you want to see if you can renegotiate other players' contracts to get things going, or will you just be able to just hang in tight with this guy, or hang in tight with what we already have? Those are things that you have to take a look at collectively, and I mean collectively. All right, so all together, that's been my time. I really thank you guys for yours, and remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. May God bless until I see you guys again. How about them Cowboys? I'm out. Peace.